So, I got a story about life. When I was a young boy, I was struggling with being a fool. But nobody cares about how your life's going. But in the end, you're always thinking to make a rich, to make a fool your tummy, to make your brilliant mind every day. Nobody judge, nobody say you are ignorant. But how comes? Some people you met new faces, new names, new place, or different things. But in the end, you always gathering information. You always be efficient no matter how people think you are. But in the end, in my life right now, and this is gonna be a long journey to being success, to being I'm in for the business, or I'm in for the things that I'm going and on and on and on. I'm always think that I got it, never give up. And I don't care for those people not interesting for the short idea, for the short time. But the important is I know that it's good. I know it's working, and I prove it for that. And I feel with my heart, with my mind, no matter how it hurts and that things, I always imagine that problems, this problems has a good solution for that words. Some people always rely for your family, your friends, or even the new persons. One thing about life, one thing about the being independence, or to being a leaders, or being alpha male, for in this country or in this world, you need to be trust for the God words. No matter how comes, there's a lot of people say we are same gods. We are same words to read about gods, but always stick on your good side, because some imposters people using the words of God, using for the wisdom that never fails from that. If people not scared, and how comes that he never scared for his doing? All of things is possible. Imagine, for the past years, I always think how is good in my side. I always think how is good in my family, but in the end, it's not working anymore. If the family is not work, you need to be creative. You need to take your own journey, and don't be scared. All the puzzle, all the steps, you know how to be handle. You know how to control, and every elements of your place in your side, using for good, and always pray for that. One thing that you trust is in yourself, and also the God's wisdom, because not only the God words that you read and you hear from someone, you feel the wisdom. If you feel the wisdom, that's a good sign. Don't always follow in your heart. Think in a good way. Think the good resolution before you do it. Because if you don't have a result in that problem or in that action, there's a big trouble that you're not expecting about that time coming for yourself. Because when I was in that problem, I never say no, and I never say yes. I always think how to be an execute in that problem. Becomes my family, becomes my friend, it counts for myself and all my passion doing for this business, doing for this things in my style of work. But no matter how it comes, I always do it. I always think it. Now I almost achieve, but I achieve. I almost give up, but I never give up. Some words and some people think that why did I listen in this kind of video, this kind of motion that people talk around in this internet, and it's something like how comes this person is really true. Say some words to experience how comes. It's because that's my experience, and that's my journey, and that's my um, words. Because every time I'm always say that I got it, I know that, yeah. But some ignorant and some really positive person, but the way the way she think is negative. Yeah, and his place is positive, but the other person is negative. How comes? There is, for example, when I was in college, in MA or SCLC, there's tons of books, but nobody cares that books. There's a lot of times, there's a lot of days, but only 1 day and 2 days that I'm studying, that I solve my structure. But the rest of the day, you got self-study. Studying for computer language is hard for me, but I'm not good in math, but I'm not good in science, but I'm not good for any kind of things. But the way that I motivate myself, I watch for some people's success and his dream and his life. Steve Jobs, one of the great founder in Apple, and how his life right now and his legendary works. Everyone used it in Apple. Even the other competitor used for his legendary product. Warren Buffett, the brilliant investor, the brilliant person, and how is his life? So I always rely for percentage of number of money. So I always think about money. So I always appreciate every cent of money. Jordan Belfort, the call center, the salesman master, is always motivating himself, selling for everything, selling for everything. That person is so amazing. But in this story right now that I tell you all the experience, it's possible, it works. But no matter how comes this problem to yourself, don't be scared. Because if you are scared, you scare your family, You're scared to ask. You're very scared to help because your family is always saying, I can afford that. I don't know. What is you asking for? I don't know the answer. You're always asking for the question, but I don't know the answer. And also, your friends, I don't know. And that particular people around in your side, I'm not saying that person that useless or nonsense, but don't rely on that person. Don't rely on the people that never care or never enters in your positive mind or your dream and your skills. Just go find a book first. Being an expert about yourself, reading a being psychology book, reading for entrepreneur, reading for marketing sales, reading for e-commerce website, reading for online marketing, reading for the fallacy of the human fallacy. What is the human fallacy? The low work of being educated about a lower environment. Some lawyer so confident for himself because he knew it. He sacrificed spent a lot of time to read a lot of books, a lot of statements, a lot of sensitive words, but in the end, for his terms, it's always bias. What I call it bias is, it comes for the money, it comes for the power. He cannot afford for that power. He cannot say that I stick to the one, I stand for the right. But of course, some people scare, some people accept what is true, what is not true, something like that. And some people sleeping outside at the road, and it's gonna be like in the end of the life. But some people being an idiot and has self-possession for his leadership for different position in this country, for being a politics. If you are a leader in the politics, you're always asking for both, but in the end you cannot afford for the people needs because you're tired and you don't know how to count your money, because that money, that's a lot of money, and the people around of your place, there's more people begging for help, asking for help, asking for food, asking for educate, asking for free life. But that was, you cannot give for that simple words. That's how I saw it, and that's how I feel in this environment. The reason why I take in this video, in this podcast, or in this documentary clip, that everyone feeling his heart or his mind, just do your job. Just do your job. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share.